Hello and welcome back to Math Class with Mr. Kerr. Today we're going to be continuing to talk about linear equations, and we're going to be writing our equation, our y equals mx plus b equation, given a graph. So we're going to be given a graph like we see down here. Then from that graph, we're going to write the equation or find the equation. So let's, just like our previous lesson, let's write our steps out here. So our first step is going to be, first of all, we need to remember our equation that we're always working with y equals mx plus b. So we're going to find our m and our b. Our first step is find b. Our second step, find m. Third step, replace m and b. In y equals mx plus b, and write equation. So find m, find b, then once we find those, rewrite the equation with our m and b that we found. So let's kind of scoot on down here. Let's look at our graph here. And so find b is our first step. Let's just say, right down here, say b equals. So if you remember from, if you didn't watch yesterday's or the previous video, that would be important to watch. That explains what m is, what b is, what this equation is. So we're assuming you watched that video. And you know b is the y-intercept. So b is talking about where does my line cross the y-axis. So that would be right here. And in this problem, that is 1, 2, 3. That's a positive 3. 1, 2, 3. B is 3. And I want you to notice I'm counting. Sometimes I have students kind of have trouble with how to count this. I'm counting the lines here. So this would be 0. Then I count 1, 2, 3. That's how I count right on the lines. 1, 2, 3. So that's my B. M's not quite as simple or straightforward, but what we need to do for M is find two spots on our graph where it goes directly through corners. Typically, we would use the one right here on the y-axis, our y-intercept, but it's a little crowded, so I'm going to use these 2 points here. See, it goes right through the corners there. This one doesn't go through the corners, but this one does. So I'm going to use those 2 points, and I'm going to draw what we call a slope triangle. I made a triangle out of it. So then as I'm going left to right, this is important, as I go left to right, so I start on the left, I go down 1. So remember from yesterday, it's rise over run. We'll say rise over run. That's your M. So my rise from left to right, I go down 1. And then my run would be, I count the lines, 1, 2, 3. Rise over run. Now we have M and B, so just take our equation that we started with. Y equals mx plus b. So b, we'll say mx plus b, and rewrite that equation with y equals, our m is negative 1/3, and our b is positive 3, so plus 3. And that's our equation. All right, let's try it again on this one. So let's go find our b. Remember, our b value is where does it cross the y-axis, so that would be right here. That's where it crosses the y-axis, which is at 1, 2, negative 2. B equals -2 since I go down. Now I need to draw a slope triangle. Find 2 points on the graph where it goes directly through the corners. So right here, not through a corner, not through a corner, not through a corner, and our y-intercept. Make a triangle out of it. M equals, so remember rise over run. So as I'm going left to right, my rise is I go up 1, 2, 3, 4. I go up 4. My run, I go over 1. So rise over run, which anything over 1 is also just that whole number. So 4. Now let's write our equation. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals, replace m with 4x plus -2, or just -2. And there's our equation. So find m, find b, rewrite the equation with those values. All right, thanks again for spending time in math class with Mr. Kerr, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.